Hello Leeds, this video is for you. This is our Moving the Line teaching video about how we get to fix any of the problems with it and get really super smooth in tune singing. So first things first, we need to look at the very first line because our pitch is starting to drop in it. There's so much great expression in there and really great performance, but we also need the song and the singing part to be really good too. So I'll tell you the places to look out for. The do 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 da da yeah, that's sagging in pitch. Going on more, do 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 da yeah, sagging, and the very end of that da ya da, definitely sagging in pitch. So what I want you to do is keep thinking about where we're singing, thinking about the tuning and thinking upwards thoughts so that we don't go flat in those areas. I like to practice with my hand out and then I kind of put tension on it and push it upwards as I sing, which helps me remember to stay up. Let's try it together. Do do 2 3 and do 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 da da ya do 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 da ya do 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 da ya da. Very nice. One more time. Do do 2 3 and do 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 da da ya do 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 da ya do 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 da ya da. Lovely. Did we end in tune? We did. Next step for Leeds is I really want you to remember, this might be new to some people but not for everybody, I really want you to remember those things called shadow vowels. Shadow vowels are when we put a little n or k or b and sound at the end of the last word in a phrase to give it lots of rhythm. This song is quite rhythmic. We don't change the rhythm. It's da 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 da. We don't free it around. It's not rubato. It's a rhythmic song. So there are places where we want to accentuate the rhythm, and those are at the ends of phrases. We will find them in saw the finish sign. That's literally what I want you to do. Sign. The victory was mine. Just keep moving the line. Okay? All the way through the song. They are on the track. I know they are because I put them there. Listen, do them. Don't ignore them. Let's give it a go. The field, 2 3. The field was bright with clover. I saw the finish sign. I started as a rover and the victory was mine. See what I'm doing with the n? Yeah, that's what I really want. Now, what you see in that first phrase is us showing off what we can do singing wise. We've done our I'm a brass instrument beginning, do 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 do, but now what I need you to do is to show them that we can barbershop. So we need really smooth singing. That means long vowels, lots of open mouth time. The field was bright with clover, not bright with clover. We're not closing up our mouths, we're opening them. The field was bright with clover. I saw the finish sign. So smooth. I started as a rover and the victory was mine. Very nice. That's what we want to do all through this song, okay? So that's our shadow vowels. You're going to do them in lots more places, not just those two, all the way through the song. Okay, come with me to page 2. I need you to be very careful of not being a pirate in I thought the race was over. We're getting I thought the race was over and it's really piratey. So we need to not be pirates there. I thought the race was over. Most of that is going to be sung on rather than We do want to put, it's called a diphthong, that those two vowel noises on the one sound, on the one word, but we only want that at the very end. So I thought the race was over, but they just, so I've definitely done an but it's not over, which is what we're hearing on the recordings at the moment. Okay, so If you're worried that you're not going to turn that diphthong, that you're not going to put in the at the right time, leave it out. There's plenty of other people singing. So you can sing, I thought the race was over. No problem. It'll sound really good. Sorry. I thought the race was over, but they just keep moving the line. And that just keep is straight through. We don't stop it and we don't take a breath. Just keep. And it's not just keep, it's just keep moving, okay? We want that as smooth as we can. This is our first phrase, our first bit of the song. It's where we show we can sing barbershop, okay? So let's run that from the words. We're going to remember our shadow vowels. We're going to remember to not be pirates in over, and we're going to just keep really, really smooth, okay? The field was bright with clover, I saw the finish sign. I started as a rover and the victory was mine. I thought the race was over, but they just keep moving the line. Moved the line. Super, super, super. Play that again, practice it a few times. Okay, next thing for our leads, I need you to be very careful of the path of least resistance. We're getting a lot of kind of snake sounds happening. Resistance. Keep those S's to a minimum. The path of least resistance, not resistance, which is what I'm getting at the moment. We need way more singing in there, okay? And then our Hollywood and Vine, I need you to sexy up the sound of it. The performance aspect, the face is superb. Keep that going, but we need that to match with the voice. So I think a little breathiness in that voice, I think a little on the Hollywood would do a really good job there of giving us the idea that we want. We also, I think for that Hollywood and Vine, need to be just a little bit quieter. So imagine that we're sort of building up the path of least resistance led to Hollywood and Vine. That we're kind of building them up and then we're taking it away, okay? And it's actually Vine. Yeah. Let's give it a go. The path of least resistance led to Hollywood and Vine. Nice. And on that Vine, we can do just a little swell. Really super musical stuff, tiny details. But if you can do it, it'll sound really good. One more time. The path of least resistance led to Hollywood and Vine. Yeah, really, really good. Very nice. Okay. The second time we sing, so moving on, we're at the bottom of page 2 now. The second time we sing Just Keep Moving, we take the just and we give it a little sigh. So the first time we sang through it, it was really smooth. Second time, I want a little sigh. I want to hear, I tried to go the distance, but they just keep, and we take a little breath. Just keep. That's exactly what we want. Moving the line, and then I want nice and focused for their praying for my decline and moving the line. You do that really, really well. Okay, let's sing it together. I tried to go the distance, but they just keep moving the line. They're praying for my decline and moving the line. Yes. Did you sing a shadow vowel? I did. Okay, moving over to the top of page 3. That I jumped always feels a little frightened. There are 18 leads now. You are the biggest part in the whole chorus, and I always feel like I might be starting that one on my own. That's your note. Know it's your note, and sing it. Full stop. No excuses. It's your note. Sing it. The rest of the chorus don't sing the word I, for I jumped all of the hurdles. So it needs to be full-bodied, it needs to have lots and lots of intention, and it needs to be deliberate each time. It sounds like we've made a mistake most of the time. So that's up to you. Learn that, know it's yours, and sing it every time. I jumped, that bit. I jumped all of a hurdle. That's all good. So just that I, getting it there. Now, when we get down to started on the outside and then hit the inside track, the track is getting very clippy and short. We're ending up going, started on the outside, let me see. Started on and it kind of ruins that beautiful long line we've had. That track is actually a full crotchet beat. Started on the outside and then hit the inside track. There you go. It gets a full beat, okay? It's not a short one. Track is what we get, okay? You'll have time to breathe before the left the other fillies part, no problem. So let's go from I jumped all of the hurdles, remembering to come in nice and strong on that. Jumped, no, on that I. I jumped all of the hurdles to break out of the pack. I started on the outside and then hit the inside track. Lovely. Really, really nice. Okay, the next phrase is I left the other fillies back at the starting gate. The and the note are flat at the moment. We're not getting all the way up to them. And leads, it is our job to get those in tune, definitely. It'll take a little bit more effort and a little bit more thought, but it's really, really important, okay? So, I left the other fillies back at the starting gate. Let's practice that with hands. Do some sort of an upward motion on those two, okay? We obviously won't be doing random fingers in the air during the performance. This is just a practice method. I left the other fillies back at the starting gate. Really nice. And that gate gets a nice T. Gate was ready. We get a little break there, but it doesn't need to be snatched or clipped. Give it its full length. Back at the starting gate was ready. At the moment we're getting a little bit of a back at the starting gate, and we'll finish the note before we know we've finished it. So keep those totally in time, really smooth, okay? One more time for I left the other fillies. Thinking up and just being careful not to put the S of fillies in too early. It's fillies back. The word isn't fillies, it's filly. And the next word is zback, okay? I left 2, 3. I left the other fillies back at the starting gate. Was ready on. Yeah, lovely. Really, really nice. And you're doing a great job of that kind of slightly cross closing down on my mark. You're doing a really nice job of that. Okay. The next thing I want you to mind is at the bottom of that page, page 3, it's the word ambition. We're getting an awful lot of shh. It happens actually another time in audition, those two, ambition and audition. We got to keep the shh later. It's just turning into a kind of a wall of shh noise. So talent and ambition rather than ambition. So ambition, all that long length, that long note is on the I rather than on a sh, yeah? So talent and ambition. So the only place we're putting the sh is on that note down there. Not up there, we don't want bish, we want bition. Let's try it again. So talent and ambition. Ooh, that was a bit wobbly. Let's do it again. So talent and ambition won me a chance to shine. Baby, I aced the big audition. Again, D is the long part of it, not sh. So I want to hear audition rather than audition. Do you hear the difference? Super, super important. These are things you really need to practice in, okay? Lovely. Be careful of aced. It can get a little bit like we wish you a Merry Christmas. Do you know that kind of, I'm so excited it's there, I'm going to finish it quickly. Baby, I aced the big, not I aced. It's an exciting word, but we can't finish it too quickly. So the baby, I aced the big audition. And we're putting a little bit of swankiness in there. We're putting a little bit cool in there, okay? Baby, I aced the big audition, but it's raining on cloud 9. Give me your crankiest noise there. Whine it out. We're giving out. We're making an effect in the music by going and making that noise. It has to be on the right notes. You can't just randomly sing the wrong ones, but make your tone change. rather than, but it's raining on cloud nine. We're going to make it sound a bit crankier. But it's raining on cloud nine. I always think I'm a cranky American teenager. I mean, not in life, but particularly in that place. The next bit for the leads is down at the bottom of page 4. It's on bar 39. It's a When I Saw the Ribbon. That needs to be so smooth. It's like stirring a big pot of thick treacle or something. It's a very smooth feeling, okay? And when I saw the ribbon, and when I saw the ribbon, well, there was no turning back. I'm getting as much vowel sound as I can in there. Sometimes what I do is I try singing it without any consonants, like this. You'll notice that the sound didn't drop down. You could easily have gone, not what we're looking for. We want the smoothness there. There are places in this song where we want to show different aspects of our singing. And this is one where we want to show our super smoothness, our legato singing as much as we can. All right, come with me to page 5. That's the next bit I want to have a look. It's the in bar 42, but before I got my trophy. At the moment, those two are getting quite separated, the but and before, but we need to join them on. We've had a breath before that, so we can't go but before after just breathing. So I stood to take the win, but before. So we're lengthening the vowel part of but, so that it's joined on rather than but before. That gives us loads more time to have a chord, loads more time to have the 4 notes in our chorus stack up and make it sound like a chord. Alrighty, that is on this note here. So why don't we go from stood to take the win? Yeah. I stood to take the win, but before. Do you see how long I made that ba? Wasn't even a long but, it was just a long ba. Let's try it again. I stood. I stood to take the win, but before. Yeah, really nice. And again, super smooth. But before I got my trophy, well, the race began again. At the moment, the again is getting a little bit smacked. It doesn't need it. It's not the most important word. I think it's probably we want to put emphasis on race rather than on again, okay? So let's work on that. So, but before I got my trophy, well, the race began again, so and it's because we're taking that little breath before the so I that we're getting the race began again, so I. Chill it out. We would never say again in real life if we were saying that sentence. We wouldn't say, before I got my trophy, the race began again. Not how we do it, okay? So we don't want to smack it. We want to take a controlled breath. Let's give it a go. But before I got my trophy, well, the race began again. So I made friends with Rick. Very nice. Our next bit that I want to look at, well, first of all, I want to praise at the bottom of page 5, the toast to resurrection. Really letting it go and letting out your big voice there sounds fantastic. This is our one place where we're just letting it out. We definitely don't want, I toast to resurrection, because I really couldn't be arsed doing that. I toast to resurrection. Like, that's what I'm looking for. I would, like, this is the bit where you're literally saying, stuff it. I'm gonna, like, I'll toast to whatever the heck you want. I'm doing it, okay? So really important, let the big voice out there. No choir tones in this section, okay? Then, where are we? We have a long note that we hold after that. So toast to resurrection, but they just keep moving the line. That needs to stay up. It can't go flat. There are enough people here that we could take a breath as many times as we need in that. I believe that what's happening is that people are running out of air and their pitch is dropping a bit. So don't run out of air. Don't wait until you're gasping to take your breath. Just take it. and then you can come back in. If you're, before you've sung the long note, take a word off. So just keep moving, line. You could do that very easily. Lots of people will choose different spaces there. We can't all choose the same one, okay? But if you're on the long note already, if you're on that line, just drop out to take the breath and then let out a little to bring you back in, okay? That stops us getting a kind of a glottal noise in there, okay? So just a small, like a little sigh will help us to get back to that note. But definitely aware of keeping it up and keeping it in tune. So I toast your resurrection. I'll move away so I don't blast out the sound. I toast to resurrection, but they just keep moving the line. Don't come down before I've shown you. Won't work. I'm going to do a really big whoomp, okay? So you'll be so clear on when to stop singing. Please, please don't anticipate it. It just brings us flat. Lovely work. Okay, so now we're on the very last page and there's a few things to watch out for here. At the top of page 6, for Please Give Me Some Direction, I have started to lose contact with singers. You guys are full performance at this stage, which I love, but at the moment it's at the expense of the song and people are singing at different times. Okay, so I'm so clearly doing what I'm doing. I'm going to be mouthing the words. I'm going to be conducting the beat. It'll be really clear when you're supposed to sing, but you have to look at me for that bit, okay? Please give me some direction. Because at the moment what we're getting is there's a mismatch in timing because people are singing out to their audience. Love that. You have to still look at me. You have to be able to see me 100% of the time. By all means, look at your audience. By all means, perform out. But you need to be in contact with me all the time because we're a group, because we need to sing at the same time, okay? So we're doing our please as a sort of a sigh. Please give me some direction, because they just breathe. Keep moving. That moving is going super flat. So if you need to take a breath after just, please do. In fact, do take a breath after just. So we're singing please. Please give me some direction, because they just keep moving the line. And this needs to be supported all the way through. Again, we're holding that note all the way as leads, all the way to the end of the piece. And it has to stay super bright, super shiny, and super in tune. Number 1, do not wait till you have run out of breath to stop singing the note. Take your breath and come back in like we discussed on the last one. Number 2, try and keep it shiny. Spin it, reform it, remake it. Some of the barbershop coaches will have you do this to make a spinning noise, a spinning sound, like you're remaking it, like it's exciting for every single bit of the song. So let's give that a try, okay? So please give me some direction. Please give me some direction, because they just keep moving the Very nice. Practice that. Get that all together. This is going to be so magnificent.